if you chose card 1, you chose the King of Pentacles. Okay, so my initial feeling on this is that practicality is what's going to win out. Whatever it is that you're working towards, and that's what I see here, you are working towards something. There's a struggle. You are coming to an end of a struggle, but you are working towards something that you want, something that you are either becoming fixated on or already fixated on. And with that, you have a financial stability that ties in, that comes with it, coincides with it. And this could be any aspect of life. The King of Pentacles is just indicating that there is an element of financial stability that enters in. Whatever means that is would depend on whatever aspect of life you're kind of pertaining this pick a card to. There's a certain wisdom that comes with the King of Pentacles. The kind of advice that this card often gives is always keep an open heart when you're trying to obtain the things that you want. Always be open to ideas, possibility, people connections, travel, new experiences, all of it. Just be open, because you never know what's going to be a good opportunity. You never know what saying yes to something might actually yield. Okay? So with the King of Pentacles, there's this element of practicality, this necessity, but at the same time, there's this, because there's this desire for financial stability, because that's entering your atmosphere, again, whatever aspect of life this pertains to, you have this situation where you'll be able to, reward yourself. You'll be able to enjoy, the kind of benefits that come with that stability. The advice ultimately that the King of Pentacles would give you is because of that practicality component. So not to burst your bubble, not to say that you shouldn't reward yourself, and the little, successes should be rewarded as well, but keep a practicality approach to any kind of, mini successes that should be rewarded. Just, don't overboard it yet. The King of Pentacles is telling you that you should wait until you get to the actual big success, the final point where the struggle is actually over. Then reward the shit out of yourself. Now again, practicality reigns, so don't go crazy, but the King of Pentacles is definitely a, hey, I earned this. So you earned this. So when you get there, and I hope sooner rather than later, but when you get there, you enjoy it. You enjoy the success. So that's what the King of Pentacles is if you chose card 1. Just be deliberate, okay? Be deliberate in the next few steps you take forward. That's what I would say to you for the King of Pentacles on this. Now, if you chose card 2, you chose the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay, now this is just an interesting kind of flip we got going on here. But much like the King of Pentacles, there's a fixation. Now, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, this fixation is not necessarily with something positive in mind. The fixation is an obsession, a situation where the focus and fixation of thought is in a negative sort of cycle. There's worry, there's stress, and again, when we're dealing with the Pentacles, we are talking typically about financial situations. And typically the Queen of Pentacles, you have the stability, but because it's reversed, there's this worry about the stability. Because there's such worry, there's an overexertion of self. Whether that's just being lost in thought or like literally overexerting yourself, whatever aspect of life this is, but it's one of those, you're wanting to sort of juggle everything, or maybe you're adding more to your schedule, or because you're worried that you're not doing enough, or worried that you're not making enough money. There's something there that, that just sort of tells me that there's an overdoing it. So it's more than likely thought, but it feels like you might be overexerting. You're taxing yourself on a physical level is what I'm getting. Like the stress is real and it might be actually manifesting on a physical level. This also can include relationships. It can be on that level where relationships end. But it's more because of the stress that you are sort of feeling and internalizing. And oftentimes with this, there's an isolation component. So you're not necessarily getting help or feeling supported at the moment, but that could just be a feeling. There's a thought component, the worry component to it, so there's a lot of head space kind of thinking going on. It definitely feels like perhaps because of the negative thought process, you're not necessarily keen to or aware of those around you that might be beneficial to you, whether that be on an emotional level, whether that be on a financial level, or just, a shoulder to lean on, or just, an ear to, just listen. It feels like there is a way out of this pattern, and I feel like it starts with the neglect that you are showing yourself. And I would stress, now I'm not 100% on this because I don't know who you are and what your circumstances are, but I would stress that if you are trying to undergo some form of like self-care, you want to you start meditating, you start exercising better, you start like trying to do stuff for yourself, you could be overdoing it, or you could be not giving it the full attention. Like you might be just going through the motions of self-care and not actually participating in real transformation for yourself. And that's not like I'm not attacking you. I'm saying that there might be some sort of block, and I believe that starts with real, genuine taking care of yourself. That's what I have for Queen of Pentacles. If it resonated, let me know. If not, let it go. Also, if you guys have any questions for me, go ahead and leave it in the comment section, and I will try to answer as quick as I can. So moving on to card 3. If you chose card 3, you chose the Ace of Swords reversed. Okay. So the first thing I think of is that scene from The Notebook where they're outside the house and he's like screaming, what do you want? That's literally what I see when I see the Ace of Swords reversed. Normally when you have the Ace of Swords, you have, very specific, very distinct goals, desires, you have strategies, you have, you are going to get what you want, and that's that. It really just comes down to lack of clarity. So again, what do you want? You have a broad idea of, maybe, again, whatever aspect of life, you have a broad idea of what you want, whether that's, in a relationship, whether that's in a career path, or, just sort of your own, well-being. You have an idea of what you want, but there's this lack of like actual specificity. You need to really sort of pin down not only what you want, but what that means. You need to get real clear on how to get there, and in doing so, you'll sort of be able to sweep away a lot of the cluttered thought. I always sort of refer back to like, the endless to-do lists. When you have too broad of thoughts, it tends to sort of, you tend to get lost in said thoughts. It tends to stay broad unless you hone in, get real specific, and then focus. So with the Ace of Swords reversed, it's not like the worst thing in the world. It's just a situation where, you have the ideas, they're there, and they're solid, they're good ideas. The things that you want are good, but the difficulty here is more having trouble defining exactly what that entails and exactly how you're going to get there. The advice that I would say that the Ace of Swords reverse tends to lean towards is more so because the message is that you need to start getting specific on the things that you want and how you're going to get them. The advice really sort of pertains to that. It's telling you that you need to set aside and make real effort. Give it, what do they say, the old college try. Give it a real go on getting specific. Give it a real go on fine-tuning and shaping and molding and manifesting what you actually want. Whittle it down, okay? That's not to say oversimplify, it just to whittle it down. Get real specific. I think because there's this lack of specificity that it's sort of causing more of a cluster than you'd perhaps like. I guess the underlying question that I would pose to you, that you should pose to yourself rather, is what exactly are you working towards? Like, where are you going? Okay, that coincides with what do you want? Where are you going? Answer that question and start from there and get specific from there. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the read. If it resonated, let me know. If not, let it go. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead and put it in the comment section. Drop me a like, please. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.